Hello guys, I'm going to talk here about the new DPS dealers that's coming now in the next season, the 8th season. You know, it's right there in the corner, So there are 3 amazing DPS dealers. I'm going to discover now who is going to be the best one, the best DPS dealer of the next season. But before that, guys, have you heard about Exit Lag? Exit Lag is this applicative right here that helps you to reduce lag in your mobile phone, okay? Can be Android, can be iPhone, okay? You can download it for free. I have my link right there for you. It's gonna be available for you in the description of this video, in the comments of this video as well. You can test it for free for 3 days and check how it goes, you know? The good point is, this helps you to have a better performance in terms of your mobile and to avoid even to decrease your usage in terms of the battery, okay? So that's the main thing here. Apart of that, guys, you can use this. It's code right here, Sky Aesthetics. It's the same code that I use here in the game. You can use this code here in the game as well. You know, just go there in the market, like a treasure market, you know. Very simple, guys, very simple. Gonna support me here on my channel, so you just need to come here, store, and then treasure market. You're gonna be able to support me right there. And then buff, you're gonna buy anything in the game, okay? Anything you're gonna go to buy here in the game. If you'd like to have a reduction or discount, use my link, okay? That, if you do that, it's gonna help me here as well. I will appreciate if you can support me here, guys, because I need your help now. No, at the moment I'm not working. You know, I'm gonna be joining the police sooner, but I'm not working at the moment, so I need some resources to survive. If possible, you cooperate with me. I'm going to really appreciate that. You know, thank you very much if you can help me out. Okay, guys, so let's talk here about the new DPS dealer. So, just like to be clear here for you, you know, and directly as well. So I'm gonna show here everything. So you have it here. You see here. So you have this scenario here. That this is the, you know, this is the part of the game. Is the new season here. So what I have to show here. So come in here and gallery, okay, and so. And then you have the new DPS dealers. So if you check here, between the fire element, you have Vyressa, I think it's Vyressa, you know. This is the first DPS dealer, so she's a born hero, all right. And the next one is Ice Blast. So Ice Blast here, you have another one, that's this guy, Ernesto. He looks badass. I really like, you know, mainly because he has beard there. I have my beard here, so you know, interesting. And then we end up here with the last one. That then you come again with the Lightning Legion. There are many people going with Lightning now, like Dauntless, but this one is Thunderbolt. Look at how badass this guy is. Amazing. So we have these 3 ones, okay? These 3 premium ones. I'm gonna be testing them now and see how it goes, okay? So you guys gonna be able to see the skill of these heroes, you know, so see how it works. And I'm gonna show here everything for you, you know. So I'm gonna be testing here. These tests I always do here, you know, every new season I do this test, guys. So how I do it. So I place it here for 60 seconds, okay? 60 seconds. Don't need to have a many, like I'm gonna place here 30, level 30, it's okay. You know, even though I like to place here with the level 1, but level 30 is fine. So I'm gonna be here between 30, level 30, and then 60, okay? But again, like, guys, just for you to understand, when you do this test here in a basic mode, you can have an idea how it's going to be. But you cannot have a proper idea if the hero have inspirations and equipments. Because also equipments also matter here. Depends on the equipments you have. If you have a very good equipment, you understand that that equipment is going to help you to have a better performance with that specific hero right there. Okay? But okay, let's try to check it right here. So you have this new hero, is part of the burn 1. I'm not going to place anything, it's gonna be level 1 here. So he's level 100 already, so anyway. So what is going to be the deal here, okay? So first of all, I'm gonna be testing them with all the skills here level up, because everybody gonna, when get this hero, they place all the books, right? So I'm gonna place all the scrolls right here, you know, for sure I'm gonna be doing that. And then this hero here doesn't, like, he doesn't work alone. So when you talk about burn heroes, you guys know that you need to place some other heroes here all together. So it's very important. If you guys already have this guy here, not this guy, no, sorry. This guy here can be interesting. Okay, so let's go here to the burn heroes one. Okay, so you see these all the burn heroes. You guys know well how useful that guy. This is another DPS dealer, Durin. But I'm not going to place it Durin right here. I want to see the performance of that guy, or even this guy. I'm not going to place him there. I want to see the performance of this hero here, how that hero is going to be able to help you to have a very good performance, okay? So, let's go here now. So what I'm going to do, it's simple. I need to place this hero with all the scrolls. Okay, so this is very basic. So all these heroes, they need to have scrolls. I cannot test them without the scrolls. Okay, and then after that, you guys know well that these heroes also works well with the talent here. But I'm not going to place the talent. But you guys know well that the talent even works well here. So first of all, I'm gonna see the performance of each hero, just like checking them with the scrolls. So you see the level of them there. So if you go here to this hero here, you know, check it there. So I don't need to do anything else. They are already at level 100. Okay. Okay. So let's see how it's going to be the performance here for 60 seconds. Look how is beautiful this animation, this cinematic. Check it there, like look at that. I want you guys see this, okay? That's important there. Okay, we have a situation here. Did you guys see? I don't know if you guys noticed it there. So her damage increase progressive. Okay, so it's a progressive way that her damage does. Okay, so that's one of the things that you have to think about this, because like for sure her performance is gonna be totally different right there. Oh shit, I don't like to go out here, so let's go back there. You know, so the performance is totally different, you know, in another circumstances right here. Okay, so this was like you see, I have that guy. That guy also does specific damage. That's a fact. Okay, so that's the situation here between each one, right? So just for you guys understanding this, you know, of course, that if I go to place here, if I go to place the talent is gonna help her, because I'm gonna end up here. That's the blood fire there. That can help her even to have a better performance there, you know. And the same way that happened with this guy here as well. He's also a premium there, you know. So I just want to check how the hero works, okay? Just like for having an idea, but that these things here can change. I think that she can help the other heroes like this one here, even this guy here, to have better performance in the battle, or not just that, like they can help, that hero can help this guy here to have better damage as well. So I'm going to place it now this 4 hero here and see how it goes, because I think it sounded that she's a precursor. Let's say she's gonna be a hero that's gonna be improving, is gonna be boosting other heroes there to have more damage. Okay, so I'm gonna have this sorted now about after this test. Oh, she's leading now there. Okay, there is one situation here, but I forgot to do something here. I need to place this guy with the scrolls as well.
At high altitude, combat power and personnel numbers have absolutely no relation.
You know, there are no timing here, guys, so just remember that. This is a simple basic test, okay? Yeah, I think that she gonna be boosting. She gonna be boosting this guy here. It sounded that's gonna be on that way. Maybe I can be wrong, but I believe. Every time I go out, man, I believe that she's gonna be boosting Pakistan. I can be wrong. Don't get me wrong here, but it sounds gonna be like that because she's gonna be a booster for burning heroes. Okay, it sounds like that. And then you guys know well that this guy here, he has an artifact. That's that artifact there. Okay? He has an artifact there. Just for you guys know this, because like he has an artifact, okay? So that's the thing. So, but I'm not going to test the artifact here. But this hero here, I see this hero as a booster for burning heroes. So this is the first test for burning heroes. So I'm gonna go now for Ice Blast. No, wait a second. Before I go here for the Ice Blast, just so you guys have an idea about this hero, okay? So just so you see how this hero works. So I2 here, she gonna be improving the total immolation there, that ignores resistance. The number of X Flame as well, that stack consumed per basic attack is reduced by 15. And then we have Hor with the I5 here, where X Flames permanently provides the attack bonus at the maximum stacks, so about the X Flame there. So, and then if you check here about X Flame, it's right there. So that X Flame means that while X Flame Ignition is active, grants the hero attack equal to the current stack count multiplied by 2%, okay? So she's gonna be placing this type of total immolation there that increases damage taken by 5% up to 5 stacks. So that's a big stuff, okay? It's not like, it's something is gonna be improving there. So that means that, look at that. So she gonna be dealing here fire damage, okay, all enemies, no problem. The hero enters an activate status for 10 seconds. So while Vyressa is in the activate status, each basic attack consumes 20 stacks of Hex Flames to strike all enemies 5 times, okay? Each hit dealing damage there, and then she's gonna be inflicting that total immolation there. Alright, okay, that's fine, no. But then you have here, during the activate status, whenever an ally dispels burn, the hero performs an additional attack on the targets, dealing damage. So she depends from the other guys to be there together with her to do the damage there, okay? And then she has here her basic attack. She fires chains at 3 enemies there. So the farthest the farthest enemy from the hero, she's gonna be dealing that damage there. That's 150% of the attack. And then in the area center on each target, and inflicting 10% ignite. Okay, I think it's ignite. I'm not sure if I'm spelling this correctly. I think it's ignition. Yeah. So if a chained enemy is inflicted with burn, the hero displacement towards the center of the battlefield and deals an additional hit of AoE attack there. Okay, that's the thing here, how she gonna be performing this type of thing here. So I see the area there, so I think that's the area here to where she's positioned. I think that hits there, so that's exactly like, it's no problem where she was placed here in the battle, just to have an idea how she works. And then for sure, if you place here this hero with such kind of inspiration, like say I2 or even I5 here, that's very hard to reach there, okay? And then maybe things can go differently right here. I'm gonna be checking here right now just to have an idea. So same type of heroes there, and see how it goes, okay? Okay guys, this changed totally the meaning here. She has to be I2, okay? For she be able to do very like amazing performance there, damage, I2 is basic, okay? I2 is basic. Imagine that, like she did crazy there. Like I can even try to place this hero here with inspiration I2 here. You guys know well about this guy, so just have an idea here. Because like he seared, grants 25% attacks up, molten armor grants 25% defense penetration, so that helps him to have more damage. Just have an idea how it's going to be now. But like definitely it's a huge amount of damage that she performing if she has I2 inspired, okay? But let's try to check it here right now, so just have an idea. Yeah, it's very progressive there. It's like it's kind of similar to the same way that happened here with the other guy. So I think they're gonna be boosting there. She gonna be boosting him for sure. And then even though she boosts her as well according to her skills there. So sounding interesting, but I2 is a big stuff. It's a big stuff here if you place this hero with I2. I don't need to test I5 because you guys know well that if I'm gonna place I5 there, any of these heroes is gonna be performs well, much well that they performs right now. So that's the thing. Even this guy here, if you place him, if many, I know that many players already have him I5, but he's like he helps to have more burn there. So that guy is a precursor as well to help the other two there to works fine. Okay. So guys know well how it works in Carf, alright? So okay, so that's the test here, part of this hero right here, Vyressa, okay? So that's the first test. So let's go here now for Ice Blast. So Ice Blast is gonna be... I'm gonna be doing 2 tests here.
I'm witnessing a funeral.
Time to embark on a dragon chasing journey.
Okay, so you have this hero here. I have to do this test, guys, just to have an idea if Buildel is gonna be necessary or not. If you have Ernesto, okay. So that's the thing. I'm gonna place his skill in everybody.
Raising the veil is my duty. No one.
Listen attentively to the dragon's guidance.
Okay, and then this hero here, she's a booster. You guys know well about the Sheena, you know. Okay, that's fine. So let's see how is going to be the performance of this team here without Ernesto. And then after that I place only Ernesto instead of Buildel. And then after that I place 2. I place both of them. Well, you guys know well that Buildel works. You see, this is very hard to test here because she does in a progressive way, and the other heroes boost her to have damage. However, she needs what? She needs to have critical rate for she be able to do damage. Okay, so do not take this in consideration, but that's what it is how they perform here. You know, just remember that. If I place it here, Ernesto, so let's go here. That's the new guy. Okay, that's a new guy, so we're gonna be testing him. Let's see how he's gonna perform here. Look at the performance of Ernesto there, guys. He's doing very well. He's doing very well. I'm very impressed here because like you see that he does crazy damage there. But remember, Buildel, she works with a high critical rate, you know, it's not like you have to build the horror for she be able to perform. Just remember that, okay? Okay, that was the performance like that. I have Ernesto here. I'm gonna place in Ernesto instead of this guy. I'm gonna place in Beldel here. Just have an
I
idea.
won't cause you any trouble.
Very hard here. This is crazy. Okay, so that was the performance. We see, like, you see he was not in front of Freddy Gonda here. Okay, so again, like, I'm testing them accordingly to the skills only. Okay, so if I back here, if I back this guy instead of Sheena, of course that everybody gonna be placing Sheena there. I'm just like doing this just for guys to have an idea how they're gonna be performing on this way without Sheena, okay? That is really interesting. Look at the damage there. It's totally crazy. Like, of course, that the Beldel depends of critical rate. You guys know well how she works, you know. But that guy, this Ernesto, it's insanely good as a DPS dealer. He gonna be boosting well the Ice Blast team. You see that without Sheena right here. So what I'm gonna be able to do now? I'm gonna be doing what? I'm gonna be placing the... You see here, the battle skill inflicts additional 50% cold vulnerability on hit targets for 10 seconds. That's not just that, okay? So if you check here, the I5, he improved critical rate, critical damage there, okay? And then the hero gains 1 stack of ice crystals as well. 1 more stack right there, so you're gonna be granted to all allies. So the key is about this hero Ernesto, because he also helps the team with Ice Blast, but he does damage. It's insane, like he does things at the same time there, on the way that he's gonna be doing damage, okay? That's a huge difference there. So if you check his hero here, I2, she's totally relevant I2. So each time the battle skill is cast, increase the damage, deal 2% there. This effect stacks up to 10 times. This helps her to have more damage, okay? So I'm gonna be placing these right now for her. You know, so I'm gonna be sparring her here for I2 as well, okay? So even though I5 she's is also insane, you know, so you see there the conversion rate of critical damage from the passive skill is increased to 360% there. That's why this hero here is relevant according to how she is well equipped. Okay, so both of them here is gonna be I2. I'm gonna be testing them I2 now. Okay, just to have an idea, because I know that I5, both of them is insane. Ernesto is really strong. This is a very strong hero. Look at the amount of crystals over there. So he's really good. Yeah, he's gonna be doing very well damage, like a very good amount of damage there. I'm very impressive with Ernesto, guys, to be honest. I'm very impressed. So now I'm gonna be checking here the last one. So guys, this guy here, he also is gonna be a booster, okay? A part of the critical damage he's gonna be performing. So here he's gonna be able to, like, look at this Frost Bloom here. For every stack of ice crystals, the hero has gained 6% attacks for 10 seconds there. So he has to have a very good attack power. A part of attack power, he's gonna be placing all these things here. So I believe criticals is also relevant for him, you know. So at the start of the battle, locks onto the enemy with the highest attack, and it maintains that lock onto the target dies. So when the ultimate skill is used, grants all allies 2 stacks of ice. You see this? So he's gonna be giving crystals here when he's gonna be there, okay? He's also a booster, okay? But he does damage. So the hero can gain 30% max attack this way, and the attacks can have 10% of the attack stolen. So afterwards, grant all ice blast to allies. You know, see there? And then plus 25% attacks max HP, shield, and Frost Bloom. Each ice crystal stack increases shield value by 15% and extended the duration of Frost Bloom. He's gonna be placing all these things. He's really good, okay? And more stacks of ice crystals here on the battle skill. He gonna be doing, giving their contribute with 20% extra damage there. You know, and then his passive here, while the hero is on the field, all ice blast allies, ice crystal stack cap increase by 2 there. Ice crystal is gonna be giving more ice crystal just because he's on the field, okay? The hero automatically gains 1 stack of ice crystal every 5 seconds. So this guy here is gonna be a very easy to go for him. And if you have ice blast, you guys know well, ice blast team is very solid in the game. He's gonna be boosting Ice Blast, guys. I tell you, I think you have to go for this guy without thinking twice, okay? Just about this stat that I'm doing here, he's really good, honestly. Now I'm gonna check the last one, that's the Thunderbolt's Badass. This guy.
I shall preserve order.
I need to check here. I'm gonna be checking with... that's the difference here, because you have all these Thunderbolts guys. You have Pergunte there. Like, you have this hero here, so you have many options here to be testing. Okay. First of all, I need you to place them with the scrolls, okay? Everybody with the scrolls, mainly this guy here. He's a new DPS dealer. I want to see how he works. I'm gonna be comparing him with Pergunte. This hero here active very fast. This hero here, guys know well that she's very good. And then you have this guy here. Okay, so this guy here, if you check it here, if he's I2, while the ultimate skill Storm is active, there is 25% chance every 2 seconds to trigger a lightning chain. So you're gonna be triggering lightning chain there. And then we see the I5, the number of electricity stack is required for the passive skill to fire an additionally lightning chain is reduced to 40, okay? So when the passive skill deals damage, also has 100% chance to inflict 20% lightning vulnerability that improves damage there for 10 seconds. Okay, so if you check his skill, is everything about that, okay? You see here the lightning vulnerability, that's gonna be improved 20% more lightning damage. And then he has this electrocute here, so that all the other heroes does the same as well, you know. But this lightning chain is also important. They said about the passive here. So the passive there, he does derivative damage. So guys know how to build this guy. So derivative damage matters. Enlightenment there, bonus, okay? So each time a light unit is on the field, trigger lightning chain to deal damage. The hero gains 1 stack of electricity. When the heroes use this skill while processing 100 stacks of electricity, electricity stacks are consumed and the skill fires 1 additional lightning chain there. So that's gonna be reducing there according to the I5 inspiration, okay? And then his battle skill here, he does this gauge that he reduces attack speed by 30% and then recharge speed by 30% there as well. So that's the battle skill. I think that's in lightning and in magic jazz can be crazy as well, totally insane there. All right, so I place everybody here I5. All right. I don't like to test like all this way with everybody there. So I know that these heroes here are very important to have around. You know, so I'm gonna be testing here. So you have Orphena there. Orphena is also an amazing hero. I'm gonna be using these 5 here just to have an idea how it's going to be the damage. So let's go here for the first one, and then after that, place Pergunte to have an idea. Well, you guys know well that Orphena does very good amount of damage. You guys know well how she performs, okay? I've done this test before with her. She's very good as damage dealer. So she actually she can do this by herself. But actually I see that this guy can do the same. So I'm gonna check here Pergunte now. Just to have an idea how it's gonna be performed Pergunte here. Okay, let's see with the Pergunte there, so how it goes. Because I know that Orphena improve Pergunte hits, Pergunte damage. Oh, look at that, look Pergunte damage there. Okay, that's the test. Like, just guys have a comparison here between one hero to another. So I've seen that the Eagle did a little bit more damage there, but you cannot test on this way. Okay, what I'm going to do now? So I'm gonna place it instead of Orphena, because I know that Orphena does damage. Okay, or better, I can instead of Orphena. No, I'm gonna leave Orphena there. I know that many guys love to use this guy because he grants 25% attacks up to all allies. So maybe no, I'm gonna remove this hero here. Yeah, I'm gonna be removing Nissa instead. I know that she's very fast, but I'm gonna be removing her. I'm gonna be placing this hero here. Just to have an idea with this team. This is only Thunderbolts heroes, but I want you to have an idea about performance from each one to have an idea there. So the Eagle is a melee attack. Pergunte is a range hero.
Nowhere remains for your the power of Heliolite.
I see that like that guy improved well the performance of Pergunte there. Okay, Orphan is leading there with damage, but look at that. Orphan is insane. Like you guys like look at that. But I see that like I see that improved more the team when he was on the team. Okay, so that improved more. So that like that this guy improved more the performance of the team in general there. So I'm gonna be placing now them I2.
My patience.
Okay, I'm gonna be placing them I2 now. Even this guy here.
Not subservient to my limits.
Okay, let's see how is going to be the performance of these two guys.
Nowhere remains for your wrath of order. Nowhere remains for your the power of Heliolite. Nowhere remains for your the power of Heliolite.
Well, I see here. Yeah, so the Eagle guys is gonna improving the damage of Pergunte there. If the Eagle is I2, he's gonna be improving better the performance of this guy here. So you see that he did more damage there now. So I think that's gonna be working that way. So what I see here now between the comparison between all these heroes, I think the real damage dealer, directly damage dealer there between the new ones is the Ice Blast one. Okay, so I'm gonna be placing here this new guy is the first one. He does very well there. You know, he does very nice performance there. Like he gonna be complementing well the Ice Blast team. And then the other two ones, the Barney Heroes and the Thunderbolts, they're gonna be working as a booster. Not exactly like a huge damage dealer, but they're gonna be doing as a booster there, you know, according to this comparison. Okay, between these two there. Like I've seen that the Barney Hero, she did a very nice performance there. According to the when I place her with Inspiration 2. She does performance there, okay? But I've seen that she was helping more Pakistan does more damage than exactly her, all right? So I had that impression, okay? On the same way about the Thunderbolts now, I've seen that the Eagle was improving more, a little bit more, Pergunte in terms of his attack. You guys can take this conclusion in a different way, but this is basic, okay? Because again, you guys know how works Beldel. Beldel works with very nice equipments, but that guy showed me something totally different there. Ernesto is insane, okay? But for each hero here, equipments matter. Everything is going to be depending accordingly to the equipment is going to be able to equip, as well the inspiration on these heroes, okay? So again, for me, according to this test here, first Ernesto, guys, I think Ernesto is going to be the meta, firstly, followed by the other two, and then you decide if you're going to go for Thunderbolts or either go for Barney Heroes. But I believe every single player for this new season now, you have to go for Ernesto. Ice Blast is very solid team. you guys have to go for Ernesto straight away. Do not think twice about Ernesto, guys. Ernesto is the one to go. I hope this video can be interesting for you. Just let me know your thoughts, what you guys think there. You know, mainly after that, imagine when they release the artifact of these heroes. Ernesto is gonna be interesting. But let me know, guys. Thank you very much for going to watch this. Just like the video there, subscribe here to my channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.